This week we're going to be learning about annotation, and this is something that you're going to be using for the entire semester. Every time you read something, you will be annotating because this is how you learn to study and how you learn to keep track of everything that you're reading. So the goal here is to become active readers, and I want you to be active readers, and that means I want you to read with awareness and purpose. One of the ways to do this is with annotation. Annotation just means taking notes as you read. You're going to take notes showing what you understand about the novel and the other articles that we will be reading. This will help you collect important details when you write your summaries later. And you will take notes on what you are feeling and thinking about as you read. And this helps you to collect ideas when you write your responses to something you have read. This might be showing the feelings or the thoughts that you have might be showing a connection with your own life or the fact that you have had a similar experience. It might also be your opinion about what you are reading. When we think of annotation, we think about the text that we are reading and the left and right margins. Margins just means the sides of the page where there's no writing. You can see this is a margin here, and this is the right side margin over here. On the left side, you will take notes about important facts that you understand, information about characters, dates, things you need to remember. And on the right side, you will take notes about your feelings and opinions. In a novel, you also might take notes predicting what you think might happen next or ideas about why a character might be doing something in the novel. For the first annotation, we will be working on a nonfiction article. Here is a paragraph from the article. This is the first paragraph in the article, and I want you to understand how I go about doing my annotations. So I'm just going to talk to you about what I think as I'm reading. Okay, so first I've seen that there's a title here, Goal Basics. So basics to me just means basic information. And so maybe I'll get a definition. I'm typing very quickly. Okay. John Norcross, okay, is a researcher that has been studying goals and change for many years. So if he's a researcher, I think he's an expert, okay, because it says researcher and it also says for many years. Now, he gives a definition of goals, a mental representation of a desired outcome that a person is committed to. This sounds very complicated to me, but I'm not going to worry about it because here it says in regular language, a goal is identifying something that you want and are willing to stick with, a course of action to achieve. So this means that I have a basic definition here, and I can understand that. Okay, so over here I'm thinking I have set goals before. Sometimes I stick to them, I keep going, and sometimes I give up. Maybe I'll learn about this, and better ways to stick to goals. Okay, now here it says this is a difference from a value. Okay, so a value is something important. But it doesn't have a specific course that I'm committed to, okay? So let's go over here and make a note. How is value different from goal? Okay, so here it says a value. Okay, so for example, you can value being healthy, and you can make some choices that are in line with that. So value just means, gotta get down here. So value here means I think being healthy is important, okay? But a goal means lose, if I say lose 10 pounds by December 31st. So a goal means I have a specific date and action. Okay. So if I'm thinking about the difference between a goal and an action, a value and a goal, value, it's thinking only. And goal sounds like it's actually doing something. Okay. Now here it says that psychologists have been excited about goals since the beginning of the profession. Now I don't know what a psychologist is, but it sounds like a psychologist is an expert at something. And I'm thinking that psychology makes me think about the mind and behavior. Okay, so something about the mind and goals must, so my idea here, or my opinion here, is goals must be something we do with our minds, and they help us act. Okay, research shows that actually setting a specific goal makes us more likely to achieve the things we want. Okay, so goals help us be successful. Okay, and they're important when we want to make a change. So if I set a goal, I can make changes in my life for the better. Okay, the best news is that setting and striving for a goal. All right, I need to know what this means. I'm going to have to look this word up. Striving means reaching, trying to get there. The best news is that setting and striving for a goal, even if you don't make it, will make you happier. Okay, so setting goals makes people feel happier. Okay, so these are the notes that I have taken about this paragraph, and this is what I'm thinking as I read. And now you can see over here that I have notes that help me with the definitions of the words and some ideas. And then over here I have some ideas. I have set goals before. So my personal experience is sometimes I set goals but I don't stick to them. But I think that it's going to be important for me to stick to my goals. So this is my annotation for the first paragraph.